The first time I had courage or developed courage in my life was when I stood up to a bully in high school. I mean, yes, I had, developed courage to do many other things, but this was different. This boy had caused me immense stress and anxiety, taking my lunch, bullying me daily, and instilling fear in my mind, all until I decided that I had had enough. And when I said no, I literally said no to many, many other negative forces that had plagued me until that point in my life. It took courage. In courage, we face our fears. With courage, we face our challenges. In being true to ourselves, in really knowing ourselves and knowing our personal value and the worth of our values and what we possess to give to others and the world, we gain self-worth and self-knowledge. You see, it's the lack of self-worth and self-knowledge that makes us fearful and pulls our feet from under us at the most crucial times. That, like all negative reactions and tendencies, increases in frequency on an exponential level unless it is stopped in its tracks. There's a well-known phrase that describes this, though I think it's often taken to mean something else. Having the courage born of conviction is often used to describe the courage you gain from being 100% sure about something. You speak up if you know you are right. You stand up and take action when you are sure of the outcome. Yet, how often are we sure, or at least this sure of anything? How often can we be? We don't need to have a whole life plan laid out, but we need to know where we are going next to be ready to take advantage of the next opportunity that presents itself. And this takes courage, an essential element in preparedness, and so an essential element in continually reaching higher. Almost paradoxically, we need to be standing fast on solid ground to be able to move forward, kind of like the starting blocks they use for athletes. You need to be focused and ready at all times. And courage comes into this in that you need to be ready to go on the starting gun, no matter who is running against you or how tough the race is. While knowing that you can win, that you are on the right racetrack is advantageous, not all of us can be sure. And those of us who are need to be ready to be wrong. And this takes an extra level of courage, especially when there is a crowd of thousands ready to cheer us on or boo us off the track if we do not perform. It follows that in order to have the courage to face challenges and fears head on during the most crucial and valuable years of our lives, to be ready to face them when it really matters, we must actively practice it from a place of authenticity and earnest desire. Like gratitude, we must build courage as a skill, as a personal attribute in development, as early as we are able to, conquering more of our fears more and more easily as we build up the capacity and confidence for something that feeds and grows the courage born of conviction, the courage born of courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is defined by the presence of fear. It is valuable in opposition to fear and challenge. Courage isn't not being afraid to fail. It's going ahead even though you know you are afraid to fail. Courage does not need an outside opponent. Often, all courage needs to be realized is your fear of outside opponents. Courage isn't always best adopted as offensive. Sometimes it's best realized as letting go with faith and trust. Trust yourself. Trust that the obstacles in your path, the walls of your prison, the laughing faces, the sneers and the sniggers, the backs turned toward you, and the many other dismissals we can experience in every sphere of our lives are there for you to overcome if only you can let go of your responses to them. And that takes courage. Do this for you. Until the next video, think, shift, become.